Nikki. Welcome to Confession Time. I want to talk today about one of, sounds very indulgent as an entry, an introduction. I want to talk about one of my greatest attributes, but how it works for me in the most beautiful way and how it works against me. You may share this particular attribute with me. I am very good at being self-sufficient, of getting on with it, of putting my head down, of not waiting for anybody else and doing the thing. So how does this show up? I'm not bothered about I'm like, how does this show up and how can I share it with you in a way that doesn't make me feel like a complete sado? If, for example, my friend is in a theatre show and nobody else is free on that night to go and watch that show, I'll go on my own. It's fine. Because I want to see the thing. And I'm not going to walk down any dark alleys or do anything daft, but I am going to go and support my friend and I am going to go and see the show. Likewise, there have been Saturdays, this is all pre-children obviously, where I've just loved that I haven't had any plans. I've maybe gone to the cinema by myself. I've just potted about and I've been okay with just staying in on a Saturday night. Let's see how it works in a more positive, more exciting way, shall we? I basically did not grow up with the sense that I had to wait for somebody else to make my dreams come true. And I am really glad that I had that situation. I also am willing to do the work and willing to put my head down and to get the job done. Enough about that. Let's talk about how it impacts me negatively. So many ways. It makes me look inwards rather than outwards. It takes longer because sometimes the thing that I'm committed to doing, not the thing that I'm committed to doing, but the process, the thing that I'm working on, I am really slow in that process if I've never done it before. And instead of reaching out, I just get down this weird kind of tunnel of trying to be stubborn and and what happens is I get down this weird tunnel where I become more and more stubborn, more and more angry, more and more frustrated, and it's just not enjoyable. I also close myself off to other options and I don't recognize my blind spots. So instead of having somebody to help me or support me or somebody who's done it before, I often liken it to the IKEA kitchen. If you know, you know, that 60 quid kitchen. If I was to build it again, which I'm never doing, by the way, and somebody was asking me about it, I would say to them, you're going to think it's going to take you an hour, but I just want us to say it's probably going to take you 5. So just allow 5 hours and it'll be great. And if I'd asked somebody that, or if I'd Googled it, I would have planned my evening in a different kind of way. These are the small tweaks that I am saying that it's really important not to be so committed to being the person who has to do everything. Another negative. This is very confessional, isn't it? If I'm just doing something alone and I'm working on something, I have a weird relationship with the project. And I really tap in. Again, this is a positive. So a positive, I guess, about my personality is I would say that I'm an empath. I'm very much a feeling person. When I go into a room, I can sense people's energies. I can be empathetic, I can be supportive, and all of those sorts of things. When I'm working on a project by myself, I am listening to that orchestra of feelings. And those feelings sometimes tell me, you don't need to do that thing today. It's okay. It's okay. You've done enough. You've done some bits now. Or if you don't feel like it, just give yourself a bit more time. And actually what needs to happen is I need to do the thing. And I need to shorten that length of time that is available to me. Yes. So what I have learnt is to open myself up to know, thank you for coming to my therapy session, by the way, to know that I don't always have to be self-sufficient. There's a dramatic autumn light going down now. I don't always have to be self-sufficient. I don't always have to be the one person to spin all the plates and do all of the things. I can ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of, oh, wow, I'm really going for it, aren't I? It's not a sign of laziness. It's not a sign of not trying hard enough, because I know my personality. I will do all of those things. But equally, what happens, and I've played with this. I played with this over the last 10 years. What happens if I get help? What happens? Give me help. What happens if I get support? What happens if somebody nurtures me and goes alongside with me and helps me with the process? I tell you what will happen. And this isn't a perfect answer. There have been some situations, and we've all had them, haven't we, when we've been disappointed. We've been disappointed with the outcome, and you might have gone out for a meal and you're like, wow, I thought I was ordering some kind of nice pasta dish, and it feels like they've literally put a jar of sauce over this pasta, and I should have stayed at home and not paid $14.95 for this bowl of pasta. We've all had disappointments. We've all had things where I'm like, oh, yeah, I didn't listen to my instinct then, or it just wasn't the right fit, or I should have done more research, or whatever it might be. But there have been some investments that I've made that have swept me up, and, well, they've done all the things, actually. Sometimes they've swept me up. They've helped me to remember who I am, what I'm all about. Sometimes they've been that equivalent of almost like a lovely taxi driver who's like, don't worry, love. You know, when you just, I don't know if you've ever had this on a night out, when you're just cold, you just want to be home, you get a lovely taxi driver who just says, shall I put the heating on for you? Yes. Oh, yes, put the heating on. Don't worry. And then they'll say, I know this neck of the woods. Don't worry, I'll get you home the quickest way. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So I want to ask you, where are you being overly tenacious? Where are you being overly determined to the detriment of the result? Where could you give a little bit? Where could you be a bit more open to different answers, different thoughts, different feelings? What is going on for you? Have a think. I would love, love, love to know. Also, you know that I'm going to say, I can help you. I can help you to do the thing. Where you are right now and where you want to get to, there's a lovely gap in between. And there are things that you will be able to do. But I know that sometimes you need a plan, or you need to get it all out of your body. And so you're not just feeling completely overwhelmed, completely stuck, completely full of self-doubt, all of the things, that it's possible for you. I often liken this to, it sounds very indulgent, but hopefully you'll know what I mean. You know when you see a piece of art, like a sculpture or something like that, and maybe it's turning, maybe it's spinning, it's moving in some way. Depending on where you're standing, you're going to have a different viewpoint on it. You're maybe looking at it from above, down below. Maybe you're up on the balcony and you're seeing it kind of floating in the scheme of the ceiling. Maybe you're in a particular part of it where there's a light, maybe there's a shadow on the wall. You are getting your own unique perspective. And what I do in that process is I help you to see all of the different sides of it, to really go into the details so you can get the things you want to be, do, have, and feel. It's really that simple. If you want to book a free session with me, do. Come on over. Go to my website, nickyraby.com/work with me. I offer bundles of 1, 3, or 6 coaching packages. It's really an opportunity for you to create your own pick and mix of support. There are some people who are like, book me in for 6 months, let's do this. And the beauty of this is that you get 6 individual sessions. So you can do 1 on each month and you get that check-in. How often have you been working on a goal, or you set a goal and then you suddenly forgot about the goal because you got busy or things happened? Having this check-in, having this support will keep you on track. And that isn't in a serious way of like, right, I've got to keep you on track, keep you in line. It's not about that. It's about really giving yourself that time and space for the things that you actually want. Because otherwise, something or someone will take that time, energy, space, money, all of the things away from you. So let's do it. Tell me more. Tell me what you want to do, where you want to go next. I would love to hear. Of course, it's all confidential as always. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing, and I'm sending lots of love. Bye.